Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jared, and this is a Reiki video. If you're not familiar with Reiki content here on YouTube, all you need to do is simply nod your head or say yes in your mind. Or if you'd like to leave your energy here to help this video find someone else that might be in need of this session, go ahead and leave a like or comment if you feel called to. Now, you might already be feeling the Reiki energy, as I've already called it in, but I'm going to talk for a few minutes here in the beginning, and then we're going to do a breathing technique to help ground you, and most importantly, this is something you can take with you. So, this video, as the title suggests, is about being accepted socially, or social acceptance. This is an issue that I've had almost my entire life. I say almost because I know at some point I'll find my tribe, my group of people, whoever they might be. And I believe I'm starting that process here on YouTube, finding very like-minded individuals on a similar spiritual path. My hair was tickling my cheek there. So, we've all been there. We've all been the person that felt like the outsider, the person always kind of looking in, wanting to be part of something, but never really feeling included. And I've been there many different times in many different ways, but I'll use one example today. When I was younger, living in this neighborhood, there was a boy, I say boy, he was a teenager, lived across the street. We were about the same age. I think I might have been a year or two older. But I was pretty happy here in my house, playing my PlayStation 1, eventually 2, when that came out. And eventually I did hang out with this boy and his friends in the neighborhood. And it was fun. I finally felt like I was part of something. However, of course, there's always something that comes up. It was a little bit later on. We were in, I think, the later stages of high school, later grades. I don't really remember which, but that's not important. What's important is what happened. I noticed they were all hanging out, and I wasn't invited, but I went over there anyway because, you know, I was part of the group, or so I thought. And when I asked what was going on, they were like, "Oh yeah, we're brothers. We have this fraternal thing going on." I don't know. It's just sort of like, you know, like a neighborhood fraternal order or something like that. Little, I guess, boys club is the best way to put it. And I said, you know, like, well, when can I join? And they all like looked at me and like, this isn't for you, man. All that talk, all that begging of me, you know, begging to get me out of my house, and this is the thanks I get? Okay. It really changed the dynamic of how I felt about these people. And this wasn't the only thing that happened, too. I mean, I actually forgot about this until I had to reshoot this video a couple times. Just minor things, nothing. Doesn't have to be perfect, but good enough. And that was another friend that lived a little further up the street. I'm actually part Hispanic, and even in the year past the year 2000, I wasn't allowed to go over to a friend's house because of my background. Yeah, I couldn't even go and hang out when everybody else could. I was primarily excluded. This went on for several years. And I never really got back to being with that group of people, that family that my friend lived with, because I just wasn't welcome there. So I know how it is. And you're not doing anything other than being yourself. The good news is, if you continue to be yourself, and the way that I've seen it is, you almost create a gravity around yourself. And those things and those people that are supposed to be in your life will naturally gravitate towards you. even if it is a very, very long period of you just doing your own thing. Eventually someone's going to see you doing your thing and think, that's pretty cool. So, keep that in mind through all of this. Now, the next part of this session is going to involve a breathing technique and something for you to focus on. Now, in this period of transition you might find yourself in where maybe you've left a friend group, or maybe you're still searching for them. The one thing you can do to help you find those people is to take on a project. Do something you've always wanted to do, no matter what it is. Maybe you're going to dig up some old lyrics or poems from high school or college, or maybe even your early time working when you had some free time to mess around a little bit. Or maybe it's as simple as cleaning up a shed or a closet or some corner of the house that's needed that attention for a while. And it's in these times that those things that we need to do reveal themselves to us. And it may not be right away, so keep that in mind. It might be a week or two after you watch this video, you're doing something because you decided to start that project or whatever it might be. And then during that, it hits you. You're like, oh my goodness, this is what I need to do. Well, guess what? That's how these things work. And you know what? We need you to contribute in this world. I didn't think I'd be sitting here talking to whoever's listening. I think I heard just a little bit of thunder, so confirmation. It's raining here today, so I've got to do something. I'm doing this for you. And in that, you will find that idea. You will find that thing you need to focus on, that thing that is exactly what you needed, whether you knew it or not. So, to close out this session, I'm going to continue to transmit this Reiki energy to you, but I want you to breathe with me, and breathe with the focused intent of finding whatever that thing is. Or if you have an idea of whatever that thing is, focusing more on your plan to go after it. Even if you're just in the planning stages, or maybe you've gotten a few things and you need to get a few other things together to make everything work. But that doesn't mean you can't start on it today, or some part of it. So, while we sit here and do this breathing technique, use this time to clear your mind and let that idea that you've been wanting to engage in, or whatever it might be, focus on that and allow that to be exactly what you need. Because it's those things, it really is those things that pull those people towards us. So, the breathing technique that I've designed goes like this. It's free form. If you can't breathe through one of your nostrils, like I had trouble with for a long time, and you just don't quite have the surgery, and all you can do, and you haven't had surgery to correct it yet, is what I meant to say, and all you can do is breathe through your mouth, that's fine. You don't have to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. You don't have to hold it for 4 seconds or 6 seconds. All you have to do is breathe in as deeply as you can. Hold it for a reasonable amount of time. You don't want to go overboard. And then exhale, said it real quick, for a little bit longer than you normally would. And in doing that, you will calm your mind. And with this Reiki energy, you're going to find exactly what you need. And if you don't find it, try that breathing technique again, that meditation again, and let it come to you. It may not come right away, and just know that. So I'm going to breathe to the best of my ability, and I'd like you to do the same. It doesn't have to be the deepest breath, but deeper than normal. So let's begin. As you continue to breathe, I'm going to scan your aura and chakra system, and I am going to begin to cleanse with the energy I'm transmitting here as I absorb any negative energy. I just felt like I absorbed some negative energy from someone out there that may have been attached to them. So we're giving it up to God or Gaia or both and letting them transmute it. And as you continue this breathing technique to the best of your ability, picture a halo of white light descending just from above your head down your aura and chakra system, almost like a white light shower or blast that'll clear off any negative energy you still have. And anything you still have as it descends from your head down through your third eye, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral, root. As it descends down, picture any negativity as like little black bits or anything like that to give it a distinctive color, whatever color that might be for you. And as the halo descends down your legs and your hips, your hips and then your legs, and your knees, and then your feet. Everything you've held on to that's going to hold you back from this is now at your feet. And if you feel like giving it up to God, give it up to God. Or if you want Mother Gaia, the earth, to transmute it, picture it going down into the earth. And as someone once taught me, if that's not deep enough, go all the way down to the center and let that molten core transmute it. And this is especially helpful if you're in a place where you cannot ground or otherwise be in nature. So be sure to use this technique if you live in a high-rise or any other type of urban area where getting out into nature might be a little tough. This can suffice until you can actually ground. Continue to breathe. I'm still feeling the energy transmit. And I forgot to mention, I should have done this earlier, if you are driving, you might not want to do this. And if you do this while you're driving, take more measured breaths, more metered breaths. Not so deep, but deep enough to where you can feel calm. Okay, I hope this video helped you in some way. If it did, please be sure to leave a like or a comment. And thank you so much for watching. I'll have more content like this here on the channel soon, as I feel called to do it. And most importantly, thank you for watching.